All right. Says we are live. This is going to be a late night, a quick live stream. Real quick. Wow, a whole bunch of people in the house. Let me holler at everybody. We got Sister Magic in the house, Rhonda R in the house, Sister Mary in the house, Sister Rhonda R. Hold on. It's freezing up. Come on, man. Don't do this.
Jesse Wessel.
Yep, Jesse
Joan
Wessel.
Smith.
Oh, you see him?
Miss Mary, Mitchell Reese, Angela Catita. What's up, ladies and gentlemen?
All right, good to see you.
Carolyn Sanderson.
Hey, real quick, can you all hear him good? Hey, Vern, what's up, man?
Vern.
I'll bring you up, Vern.
Yeah, I should probably tell my people to. I'll send them a link. So, yeah, it's been escalating a lot with the coronavirus. You guys, I just got an update 43 minutes ago. That's why we are going live, is because we actually had somebody on one of our live streams. Can't remember if it was mine or Lock the Lotus. But what's happened is here on, now let me go through this coronavirus update. A China prison reports 200 cases as the virus spreads in South Korea. Can you guys see?
Wow. Yeah, I screenshot it.
All right, well, here we go. This justice chief sacked in Shandong province with the prison guard reported to be a source of an outbreak as South Korea adds an additional 52 new cases. So China prison 200 and 52 cases in South Korea. But that's what I want to show you over here is look at this. They report it live on the side right here. So as you see, this Allison Rourke did this at 23, almost midnight. China prison 200. China car sales fall sharply in February. Wuhan doctor dies. This is 1 hour ago. Another doctor died an hour ago. Third group of Diamond Princess passengers. They have been pulling these Diamond Princess passengers off in groups. Okay. 80% of new South Korean virus cases are in the city of Daegu. What'd it do? Pop out of a freaking Twix bar? I'm telling you, the same thing. Because where'd it come from? Remember, the first people in Korea to have it was a couple, an elderly couple, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And look, these prison officials removed from posts in China after inmates test positive. So once they test positive and they report it, then it gets ripped off of the internet.
Right.
Okay, so these new cases in China, they rise on a previous day. Remember, they just said everything was good. Well, 3 hours ago, they're saying it's not so good. So now, you guys, here we go. China's global television network is reporting that 200 prisoners in the facility in eastern province of Shandong are infected with COVID-19. The sources of the infection is reported to be infected prison guard. He was the source.
No. So I guess it makes sense because he was out and about and come in.
Yep. These prison cases may partially explain the spike in new cases today to 889 from 394. Do you see how much? 889 prisoners in one prison facility? That's a lot, ladies and gentlemen. This whole prison will be infected by the end of next week, I promise.
Oh, guaranteed.
Because look, the Diamond Princess, here I got another one for you guys. The Diamond Princess, here I'm going to stop sharing this and then I'm going to go over here. I have got to pull this up because the Diamond Princess has become, its testing ground to see how this virus is working.
Right.
Well, they're saying that the cruise ship is mirroring the global crisis. I'm bringing it up now and then I will do a complete screen share of mine, and then you pull that up for us, Justin.
Yeah, will do.
So,
what's it up to? 500 or 400 something now? Or go ahead.
Oh, what the cruise ship? No, it's worse than that. It was at 500 the other day. So now this coronavirus contaminated cruise ships mirror the global crisis. And they've released the third group of people, you guys. So let's go. We got down. This is before noon, 2 hours before noon today. The cruise ships are depending on your preferences, floating nightmares or free retreats. They isolate travelers from the world while offering idealized versions of cities on land, but problems ashore. Okay. Like a massive coronavirus outbreak, sometimes sneak abroad. Thousands were quarantined off the coast of Japan on board one cruise ship. Thousands. Now, listen. Yes. And 2 passengers. Listen, now passengers are dying. Remember, you were talking about the thing with Fug or whatever. So this thing right here, thousands are quarantined off of the coast of Japan. That means, remember, everybody on this, they did it in sections. They did it first and then they forced them to come off the second time. And now they just have removed the third group from the Diamond Princess. Now I want to focus right here where it says, go.
Did they, not to cut you off, did they take them to Fukushima like they did the other ones to be quarantined?
I don't know, but right here it's saying, but effortless environment despite so thousands are quarantined coast of Japan of the Diamond Princess after the virus is detected in someone who'd recently disembarked. They weren't allowed to leave until February 19th. That was yesterday. The virus rocketed through the population of the boat. How is this doing this? They are quarantined to their room.
The air conditioner, man. It's got to be the air conditioner. Even Fahrenheit.
And look, I said that too because it's done through the air droplets. But what else has droplets? Water. The plumbing is all connected. Right. The AC is all connected. What else is connected? The drain, the sewage drain. Not just the water is connected, but also the drain is connected. Right. So you flush the toilet, water could splash up when you're using the bathroom, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, so, it's a form of aerosol.
Yes, it is. And it's the worst, dirtiest water that you can get in your house. So what we're dealing with here is we don't know where it's coming from, except for 10 member guys, not even 30 days ago, which would be January 20th, as of right now, because we're past midnight. It's not even 30 days. 10 people on a cruise ship were sick. They removed them. Now, we are talking over 600 people are connected with the ship. They are sick. 2 passengers dead. Wow. Despite efforts to build a tightly controlled but effortless environment on the cruise ship, cracks show easily when something like an infectious disease takes hold on board. Now, I think the tune that is being hummed here is that it's not that bad, but it is contagious. Only 2 people's dead. You got to think there was 3,000 people on it, but remember they let like 1,200 go. So for 600 out of about 2,000 to be infected is very high.
I believe it's way higher than that.
Now, Watchman, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
SARS-CoV-2. What's that?
SARS?
SARS-CoV-2.
SARS-CoV-2. Is that what? Is that a
I don't know.
New name for the coronavirus.
Is it a mutation of the coronavirus?
It's got to be. That's what they're getting the protein spikes out of for the vaccine.
No way. They're changing it again.
SARS-CoV-2. I read that article on my last live stream.
What? So here we are 2 months in and they still don't even know what to call it. They don't like the last name. Next, they're going to call it Gucci 2000.
Just wait. That book by that mentions this. It's going to come out as the Wuhan virus 400. Watch it. If that ends up being the name,
hey, Vern, do me a favor. Do you have that article? Because I was telling Watchman Project about that article that you read.
Which one?
Quick, Bubba, I just sent you a link. The book that was written back in 1981.
Actually, yes. Let me get in my. I'll read this to him.
Dude, this will blow your mind. This was written in 1981, and the Wuhan, pretty much the CDC, where they contain all the bioweapons and stuff, was built in 2017. This book was written in 1981.
Dean Koontz, The Eyes of Darkness is the name of the book.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, you're talking about I know what you're talking about. Amir Sarfati said it, the legend of the story, the Wuhan 400. He re-edited it. I know what you're talking about, bro. Read it.
In around 2020, a severe pneumonia-like illness will spread throughout the globe, attacking the lungs and the bronchial tubes and resisting all known treatments. That's the first one. And it says around the year 2020. And it blows my mind because this book, like Justin said, 1981 it was written.
That's creepy as hell.
They call the stuff the Wuhan 400 because it was developed in the rDNA labs outside of the city of Wuhan, as it was the 400th variable strain of man-made microorganism created on that research facility.
Yes, you are right. What's up, Michael Gale?
That's trippy, though, isn't it? Written back in 1981. That just goes to show you the powers that be, even through movies, through propaganda, etc. They know it's planned.
Yeah, well, it's coded. Like I said, 33. Bill Gates said 33 million people will die in 6 months time on the simulation. They that's their signature. That's them saying we own this virus, and just like the rest of them. Look, put this up right here. This is another one that just came out today. You guys, Apple is down. This is very alarming for everybody, especially if you have stock invested in Apple. It says Apple's issues a coronavirus update. Now they're giving updates like we are. So now, as the insider paints a dark picture for iPhone supplies, look, Apple has a difficult week. We all know that because China's crippled, the largest nation on planet Earth, crippled to a screeching halt.
Yeah,
they're ghosted down there, bro. They're nothing's happening. No one's can even go to the store. The shelves are empty. As soon as the store stocks up, if they allow the trucks to come in, people look on WeChat. They're like, "Oh, let's go," and then they're going to get the food, and it's gone within hours. But Apple had a difficult week, and now the company has confirmed it is about to get worse for both consumers and investors.
Well, that was buy Apple phones.
I mean, it's ridiculous, you guys. Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
like I say, even if you don't sit at the table or not, we all eat off of the table. Look whose names are mentioned: Bloomberg, Taiwan News. I mean, it just keeps going on and on and on. Look, TikTok today on TikTok today, claiming to show the iPhone SE 2, it's not happening because they won't have it. They leak a new design. They're trying to keep people interested, and because their stocks are going to drop. What happens when their stock drops?
Our investors screwed. Investors are going to bail out, etc.
Pay me. I don't want my money in there. Give me my money.
Right.
Apple's not doing good.
That's what they say. Once again, that's what I said before. That
this house of cards.
Yeah. Well, back in the day, everybody said, "Let's just go ahead and nuke China." People are going to realize how important China is to our own economy right now. Everybody says, "Buy American, buy American." Easier said than done, but certain parts that you need are not American made. They're not made here.
No, we don't have natural resources.
Back in the 80s, Buy American would have worked, but they closed all the factories down.
Oh, you can thank Bush and Obama for that.
Oh, the Bushy boys.
The Bushy boys. Hey, I just told Bubba to come up, man. Is he getting all scared and chicken?
He's scared we're going to put him on like we did earlier.
Well, he was in the chat, acting like he wanted to come up.
Brandon Mark Rouse. Yes. Oh, dude, it's getting serious, you guys. It's been serious the whole time. Like I said,
Yeah.
there's not a pandemic or a flu or a disease that we don't have that isn't from a corporation. There's a
Yep.
reason they have all the patents. There's a reason they
Justin
got
Bubba says to hold on.
There's a reason why I have the virus, the vaccine for you. Come get it, guys. There's a reason they have the
Yeah.
vaccine.
Mm-hmm. That
I
vaccine
carry my-
was made years ago.
Watchman, I carry my vaccine right here in my fridge.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's right.
You're rum.
What do you rum?
Yeah, spice rum.
I do the organic coffee. Coffee's good for you too, but I like I want something to get good water.
Oh,
And
the
it
name of
sucks.
the book is hold on, I got to get back in my text messages.
Yeah, you got to get the name of that book out there so people see how much of a joke this is.
All right, here comes Bubba.
It
Hey,
is.
Hey,
The Bubba News, what's up?
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
hey,
I gotta throw in some Popeyes for dinner real quick.
Thank you,
Oh, I
Christine. She got it
I
up
love
there before I
Popeyes.
could open my text.
hey, Bubba, you still wearing that hat your wife's trying to kill you with?
Yeah.
She bought him a beanie. Check this out, Watchman Project. His wife bought him a beanie with a built-in Bluetooth right in the forehead.
Jeez, they're
Yeah.
Talk about taking it right
There's
there.
There's a tumor waiting to happen.
Exactly.
Hey, Bubba, what are you making us?
Huh?
What are you making us?
Marie Callender's Popeyes.
Those are off the chain. But yeah, that was funny. I guarantee you, Bubba's got a pair of Bluetooth underwear on too. That his wife. Oh, you beat me to it.
No, I don't. I don't have any underwear that I know of. Well, no, not with Bluetooth.
Hey, where's Brother Mitchell, man? Hey, Brother Mitchell, can you throw up Watchman Project's link again? Throw Bubba's and Vern's up, from time to time there, buddy. I got to put them on the payroll. All right, Bubba News right there. Bam. That was fast.
Hold on.
Bubba News.
There we go. Okay.
Mitchell Reese.
I'm telling you what. He is a ninja. Look, here we go. Watchman Project.
You're the ninja. Mitchell Reese is the link ninja. That's what.
Man.
That's what we was talking about earlier with what's a smiley?
Little smiley. Oh, Vernon Prep. I don't know how he does it. Vernon Prep. Bam.
Little
Right there.
smiley.
Laughing
He's
my
got them
butt
all
off.
right in his clipboard on his phone, so it's like blink, blink, blink.
Dude, it's like I said, he's throwing link stars. Wah! Huzzah! Wah, 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 wah.
Like I said the other
You
day,
don't play around.
he has them post-its all over his room. Do you notice when he made that video, he took them all down so nobody sees the secret way he does it?
I saw the sticky part. I saw all the glue. Ninja Link's skills.
He wants you to think it's glue.
Oh.
Hey, much respect and everybody too, by the
Oh
way.
yeah.
Brother Mitchell is a veteran, which I didn't even know. Man, Mitchell, you've been subscribed for 2 years now, maybe 3. Never knew he was a veteran. Never knew. We got Brother Mike in the house if he hadn't left yet.
Rick MacGyver in the house. Rick MacGyver 305.
Oh yeah, he's from you. He's from your show. Oh, nope, sorry there, Sister Ron. Yeah, he's a solid dude for real, man. He's always.
Oh yeah. Hey, you should go check his he's got a good video, you guys, for a Gatling trigger. We're talking about any semi-auto gun. There you go.
So he has a channel.
Oh yeah, well yeah, his Rick MacGyver 305. He does videos on gun mods, and he's got some firepower.
I'm going to the show of shows tomorrow in Louisville.
Look, we may be the Watchman Project, but we don't carry no sissies over there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got the power. We got the power of God on our side. I'm telling you, that's what it is.
Amen. What'd you
That's
say?
what's wrong with this country. We got too many people that believe in the devil. The Satan worshipers believe in the power of Satan more than Christians believe in the power of God. And it's wrong. That's
Look at
what our
how-
country's suffering from.
Look at Hollywood. Hey, even if you believe in like Vern when it comes to his native culture, he's not satanic. Oh, he's chugging down that rum.
No.
Oh, okay. But he's not, he's not a believer in Satan, But everybody, real quick, if you see right up top here, Rick in the house, if you want to show him some love, subscribe, click on his picture and subscribe, which I haven't done yet. I'm going to have to do it on my phone.
The MacGyver of guns.
That's pretty badass.
Oh, yeah.
And
I'm telling you,
we have the MacGyver of guns, MacGyver of junk to survival tools.
that's what it's about. These are the skills that you're going to need. Like me, I can build anything. There's not, I mean, what do you want? Cabinet? I can repair anything with anything. I can take dirt from outside, put some epoxy in it, and turn it into putty if I need. Dude, there ain't nothing I can't do. God has completely gifted all of us this way. We just need to use it. If you don't use it, you lose it, folks. I mean, it's just what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you don't use it.
My videos have blown Justin's mind away.
Oh man, the stuff that Vern Prep and Survival comes up with, man, he could take this freaking mug right here and turn it into some type of a stove to cook on, or a solar. I mean, I don't get it, man. How you do it? I can't fathom it. I don't
I'll
have
be
the
right
time.
back one second.
Yeah, go ahead. Raul, Prophet Easy One. Actually, the devil knows Jesus better than some Christians. Very good point there, Raul. Actually, I need some coffee myself.
I'm making mine.
What's going on, Bubba?
Nah, man, how you been?
Once again, living the dream. So they say. All right, real quick, I'll give a shout out to everybody in the chat, the best of my ability. Scroll back up. We got Brother Mitchell Reese. We got Angel in the house. We got Rick in the house. Sometimes I'll shorten your names because Rick 305, Brandon, Mark Rouse in the house. Got Christine in the house, one of our favorite beautiful Jewish women in the house. Brother Mitchell Reese, the Link Ninja, Jesse Wessel in the house. Mr. Still Winning. Did you get my email, Justin? No, I didn't. I'll have to look. I told you I don't never get. You can even see I don't get alerts for emails. That's what makes me. I can't stand this phone. This phone drives me nuts. I'll check it out right now.
Sorry, guys. Had to get my drink, too. Need some coffee.
No apologies here on this channel.
Yeah, you'll get in trouble.
Yeah, no apologies, man.
Oh.
You know what? I'll have to check my Gmail.
Gotta tell Watchman.
I'm gonna have to read this article. Machine learning finds a novel antibiotic able to kill superbugs.
Horseshit.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's got a. Damn, that looks like little rubber fishing worms.
These antibiotics, though, but we got the diseases are building up resistance to the antibiotics, but the antibiotics are the main thing that we get from China.
Right.
So, hey, come get everybody. Look, come get the antibiotics. They kill superbugs.
But you can't find.
What is a superbug? What happened to a regular bug? Where did the superbugs come from?
As long as you got slanted eyes and you're crooked and you're linked to the global elites, that's a superbug. But no, there's so it's going left, it's going right, it's going up, it's going down. Russia's claiming it's us. China saying it's us, then China saying it's Russia, then Russia saying it's another country.
It's us. It's
It's
us.
us. Yeah, I'm a firm believer it's us.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So this is coming from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. So we got the East Coast, the West Coast, and everything in between saying, we got the cure.
Of course they do. Remember the cure was a year and a half away. Remember, Vern? Now they got it.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we've got it. I think we've got it. Come get it.
What'd you say, Bubba?
They have no clue what they're dealing with.
No, they don't. And they're probably just trying to make their stock jump so they can sell off their stocks real quick and then try to use that money to build themselves a bunker that they're not going to be able to hide from the wrath of God, because
They have look. I had a subscriber very well informed on my channel say, look, they're not going to bunkers. They're going to New Zealand. If they're not going there, they're going to outer space, and not to the moon. Not to the moon, not to Mars. They can go to the space station. International Space Station's only 8 minutes away from Earth, and it's completely safe. You can radio transmission. You get Wi-Fi. You can have a freaking look. And Elon Musk just sent 60 satellites up there, and then next thing you know, look, check this out. And then he's the one who wants to do the neurolace and put this thing in your freaking brain so you can be a smartphone / whatever you are. I call us God's image. Breathing, but the problem with this stuff is that's what I really believe they're doing. The International Space Station probably was put there in the first place for this. But look, it's only 7 to 8 minutes away from Earth.
Mm-hmm.
They can have a whole space station that holds hundreds of people per station. One satellite, for example, is the size of 2-3 houses. Satellites are huge, you guys. When they launch them and they're going in outer space and we can see them and we think they're stars in a line, they're pretty big.
I was wondering where Vern went. Yeah, they're huge. People don't realize how big these satellites are. They're not this big, people. They're not this big. But they're freaking huge.
They're bigger than at your house. Okay, you can live in one of these satellites. A family could live in it, a small family. Right. But listen, these news people, I like what he said. Bubba said they don't know what they're dealing with. Of course they don't, because the people that, not their bosses, not their bosses' bosses, but the people who rule the world from behind the curtain, okay, they're the ones who develop these things. Look, Bill Gates doesn't design viruses. He hires people with the billions of dollars he has to do it with no one knowing what they're doing.
Amen. Right there.
So, and if you think that's not happening, look, there's plenty of people that average everyday people hire and no one knows what they're doing. Does people know what your gardener's doing? No, they don't. They don't know what you're hiring me to come do or build at your house. Do you think they know what Bill Gates' hired hands are doing? Of course not. We don't know what Elon Musk is doing, because SpaceX and freaking Neuralink and Neuralace, these companies are secret companies that are underground and everything else.
Can you bring up that article about the last 60 satellites? Because somebody told me that was BS.
Oh, that's not BS. I got you right here. I'll bring it up in 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'm going to take a leak real quick. What'd you say, Bubba?
You can see the Starlink in parts of Canada in the evening. It's just beautiful. All the satellites lined up. Yeah, they're all lined up, and they look like a new constellation up there. It's just absolutely beautiful. I'm getting reports and pictures from up there, so it's just crazy. Yeah, it's cool.
That's a trip. I think it might have to do with
those pictures. Oh my gosh, phenomenal.
Oh, my bad. He breaks the record. Elon Musk breaks record for how many satellites he launched. So let me go ahead and get this to you. It's bigger than we thought. Just like it always did. Bigger than we thought.
60 in 1 month or something. Yeah.
Oh no, one day I think it was. That's what we're about to.
Something nuts. Yeah.
We're about to see what Al Jazeera says. These are. I used to like Al Jazeera because they tell us what's going on in the Middle East, but no. We
Not
just spent
anymore.
U.S. just spent $35 million to monopolize propaganda in the Middle East. So I'll bring that up too. If you want.
They made it legal. Elon Musk breaks record for the most satellites in space. Wow.
That's just what we need. More things up there to fall on us.
Yep. I'm telling you what.
Oh, it could ultimately boost global internet access. Well, then how come we're always getting cut off in the middle of saying they're killing babies? Then look, billionaire entrepreneur Elon Musk company launched 60 Starlink satellites into a low Earth orbit. That's what we keep trying to say. That's what my subscriber was trying to tell me. Kyle, no, this is low Earth orbit. They are minutes away from the Earth.
They're different than the
Really?
Clinching a new title. The most satellites operated by a single company. SpaceX colorful founder intends to Starlink to provide global high-speed broadband internet access.
That's bull crap anyways. It ain't about
They want to bring 5G to the right.
Yeah, but a lot of it's spy satellites, a lot of it's energy weapons. I can't think right offhand what it's called. I know you know what it's called, Vern and Watchman.
What?
The energy weapons, what are they called?
Oh, the directed DEWs?
Direct energy weapons.
Yep.
Are you talking the one on the space station or?
What he's shooting up there? You know, he might have, Lockheed Martin. Yeah, are you familiar with Lockheed Martin?
Of course.
Okay, we did a lot of concrete work for one of their places, actually in Daytona Beach. In between South Daytona and Daytona Beach, Lockheed Martin. That was a trippy place, man. They even make boats there. Or at least they had a whole bunch outside. But yeah, you talk about security, you got to have your oh my gosh, my brain is so tired right now. Never mind, I'll think about it. I'll think about it in a minute. Your OSHA 10 minimum just to get in to do concrete work there.
Yeah.
If you don't know what OSHA 10 is, people, basically it's just a stupid course you take online, which takes forever. Mark, my minimum order is $200, so won't be ordering right away. We still got to do that fundraiser for D. Time is running out. Blue Beam, Justin, absolutely there, Brother Michael Gale. How do you think all those fires got started in California and even in Australia and stuff? If y'all didn't see these cars that had just like holes right through the freaking engine blocks, the aluminum wheels were burnt out, but then right next to them were freaking palm trees and grass that was still green.
Yeah, I was going to say, what kind of fire will jump from house to house, car to car, and not burn a tree?
Exactly. Or burn the grass. Grass looks nice. House looks like shit, but it's time to mow your yard.
Now, did you guys know that all them passengers off the cruise ship we flew back here to America, the CDC was against it?
Yeah, they were against it. Yeah, and that was just one group of them. That was like 300.
The one that contained the 14 passengers.
Right before you got on, dude, there's breaking. 10 minutes. Korea's blowing up. They have over 1,000 cases of infections. They have.
I had you guys going on my phone so I could hear what was going on while I came through.
Those freaking prisoners, man. What do you think's going to happen to them? That's worse than a cruise ship. They're going to all be sick by the end of next week.
That 61-year-old lady who went to church and infected dozens of people over in, I think it was South Korea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Imagine that. Going someplace, going to church, somebody sneezes and boom, a dozen people have it.
That's why I say somebody sneezes in your face, punch them in the throat. and kick back and
Yeah,
relax.
yeah. Oh, but it's just the flu. Don't worry. It's nothing bad.
Once again, I'll say it again. How many times has the military taken military bases and turned them into quarantine zones to get ready for a pandemic over the flu? Oh, it's fear porn. It's fear mongering. It's
None that I ever know of in my half a century on this earth.
exactly. It's a bunch of crap.
Not never.
None never in my life.
Exactly. Not never. I know. I think Bubba died on us. Man,
No, you're good.
that Bluetooth fried his brain. He's in the chat.
My eyes are still bugging out from that damn video earlier. Keeping my eyes open that wide.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
you guys kill me, man.
One, the Antifa video.
Yeah, glitter glow there.
That man, I watched that with my wife, and she was cracking up, and I was cracking up. It was actually I forgot we did the video.
Huh?
I said I actually forgot we did that video till I watched it again because I did quite a few live streams.
I was gonna congratulate Watchman because that thing that he did with you in the shock in that video, that was just so cool.
Oh, it was, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
That was dope, dude.
My favorite was the end with the shotgun part.
Oh yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Well, if you watch all my older videos, you'll see, but I can't do it now, man. YouTube will slam me down. There's a grandfather clause. If you had a gun, this is what I read, but the new terms. But if you had a gun channel when YouTube first started,
sorry, I'm reading something
that's all right.
I'm sorry, man. Go.
No, that's all right, Bubba. I think your brain's starting to fry.
Of course it is.
That Bluetooth.
It's a Bluetooth, man. I gotta get rid of it.
Hey, what does it play, by the way? Does it play music?
Yeah, it's just got one little speaker in the side over here.
It plays his porn music while he's sitting there watching it.
Ding dong, I think it plays ding dong, the Bubba's gone. Your wife's singing it. Ding dong, the Bubba's. She's frying your brain, brother. Here's a gift. Here's a gift. Some Bluetooth right in your forehead.
Oh gosh, it's so true, you guys. Look, this is what I'm trying to pull up now because we have been talking about that. It's basically part 2 of MK Ultra. Everybody knows what MK Ultra is.
Yep.
But it's it's Monarch mind control. Have you guys ever heard of that?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. This is where it's literally became this now, this Monarch mind control. And this is the same exact one that I shared with my channel. And this is a good one because it really shows like how it is. It tells you exactly what it is. And it's kind of unbiased, but it tells you.
We'll pop it up and I'll share it.
So I'm trying.
Oh, you're doing it right now. Bam, there it is.
What is Monarch mind control? Well, if you're familiar with MK Ultra, Monarch mind control is the same thing. It's just Project Monarch, which is real. It's an alleged government black program to create mind control slaves for use as spies, assassins, couriers, prostitutes. Monarchs carry out their assignments and consequently have no memory of their actions. You ever have something happen, you don't remember what happened? Because it was so traumatizing.
After a long night of drinking.
Yeah, or along, even when you were kids, you're getting high, whatever. Even it doesn't matter. But look where it's bold right here. Victims. The victim imagines that someone else is being tortured, and the mind is forced to split. This is the splitting of the paradigm. That your pineal gland. Okay, it's for real. The stuff is for real. People act like it's a joke or something. No, that's why people don't know. Am I a boy? Am I a girl? Do I like women? Do I like men? Am I a cat, a dog? Do I associate as an elephant? We got each personality. Okay, your alter, as in alternate personality, is then programmed and trained to perform specific tasks. You ever watch the movie Manchurian Candidate?
No, but what it reminds me of is with not Matt Damon. Or is it Matt Damon?
Walter Disney.
Where it's like part 4 or 5, where he's basically a badass soldier.
Oh yeah, Bourne.
Yeah,
the Bourne series.
Yeah.
Jason Bourne.
Jason Bourne. That's what kind of reminds me of. If it were
is
not for the public, but I'm saying the military, pretty much.
One alter can be a deadly assassin trained in martial arts, explosives, and weaponry. This is why I think a lot of our military members, like I have 3 friends came back, all 3 of them, PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to go right here to this middle line. Although accounts vary on exact methods of how they do this or perform this on people, but the common key ingredient is trauma, and lots of it. Monarchs can have hundreds of different alters coexisting inside them. Okay, so what does that mean? It means that they're using this trauma. Okay, just like they used drugs with MK Ultra,
right?
And it's a proven study, you know, just like Project Mockingbird or Operation Mockingbird, making people make mockingbird sounds.
Right.
They did it through repetitiveness. You know, you beat your dog so many times, you beat him, and then he doesn't pee in that area no more.
Right.
Your kid sticks his finger in a light socket, then you bust his butt, and you keep busting his butt. Your kid doesn't do that no more.
Right. Not for kids, but it's like beat them into submission. But like we talked about on the phone, like boot camp is a form of to a lot of people can bring on.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Exactly what it is. Get dropped down and give me 20 scum. You hear that every day of your life, waking, sleeping. Go to sleep. Time to wake up. Attention. Listen. Now. Go. Here. This. That. You listen. You listen.
And that's why there's age limits on when you can and can't go in, because the more forming your mind is, the younger the mind, the more they can conform it to the way they want it.
Right.
And then they want to do this. Okay, so you can join the military with the age restriction of 18, but you can't smoke cigarettes till you're 21. Can't drink alcohol till you're 21. So you can go and you can die for your country, but you can't enjoy yourself.
That's what pisses me off. When
I think if you could die for your country, you can drink.
Well, I mean, some military bases have bars, and there is no age restriction for the military. They don't even card them.
All right, just say when they pass that new law in Florida. Now you and Vern are in. Well, you're in Tennessee now, but where I forgot what shooting it was. It wasn't the Pulse nightclub so-called shooting. It was.
Yeah, it was. The Pulse nightclub is. I was there.
No, dude, I'm saying where they changed the law to where you got to be 21 to buy a freaking shotgun or a long rifle. And I'm
when it was 16.
Well, it was 18 when I knew, but I'm just saying. But you can go to Afghanistan and you can do 2 tours in Afghanistan, fight the Taliban, watch your friends get killed. You come back home, you get you an apartment, and I go to a gun store, I go to Walmart. Oh, sorry, we can't sell you a gun, sir. You're only 20 years old. It's like, are you freaking kidding me? You sent me overseas? Go ahead.
Or you can't buy a gun specifically because you was overseas, because you're deadly with the gun. We can't give you a gun because you are deadly. Oh, no, we can't give you a gun because your hands are licensed. Now, listen to this one. The new law they want to pass is, you're a violent person. You threaten them. Look, what's going to happen is, you're prescribed a medication. You're prescribed Xanax. You can't have a firearm. This is an antipsychotic. You're unstable. Oh, you're prescribed antidepressants. Everybody's prescribed antidepressants if you want them. Everybody's prescribed whatever you want. The doctors are putting everybody on prescriptions. 70% of America is drugged right now, and it's a spirit. Oh, dude, it's a pharmakia spirit. Straight up. And what it is, they're using this to get the PFASs in us, to get the toxic metals in us. because of the nanoparticles. They can control these things. Nanotech is how they're going to deliver medication to us. And then in 10 years from now, it's going to be the best means, the only means. It will be stupid for you to pop a pill in your mouth. You need to pop the certain pill that has nanobots or nano particles in it of something else. And that they're probably already putting them in it now. This is what people don't get. This nanotech is really for real. They can take this, how this piece is solid right here that you see, but it bends and it moves. They can pop it into pieces. All the pieces go away, and then they all just form back together and create the piece again. They do that, but micro millions of like to the millionth of a thickness of a hair, and it's ridiculous.
That's a trip, and I know it's real. I'm wondering why Bubba's pointing at me here.
Because this young man is brilliant.
I told you.
When he said the word,
no, it's God. It's God. You can feel the evilness when you look at this stuff. When you're reading it on the internet and you're reading a book, you can tell what you're reading is, okay, I'm reading God's word. Here's the Holy Bible.
Watchman, when you said the Greek word pharmakia, you had me at hello.
Yeah, well, it's because I'm a sufferer
A lot
of
of people
pharmakia.
do not know exactly what you're referring to. You can fill them
Big
in.
Pharma. Big Pharma.
Nope. He's talking straight from the book of Revelation.
Yes. The hearts of men will tremble. There'll be an earthquake so great. I seen before me, I seen a horse, and he was pale, and the rider on him was death. And hell followed with them, and disease and famine and plague, and a quarter of the earth was killed. Then it says an earthquake happens, the greatest earthquake to never be equaled and to never happen again. It says the earth will be divided into three. I think that's Cascadia.
Cascadia, yeah.
And then I think, but the thing it says after all of that men's hearts trembled and they are in fear, and everybody's shouting out, but yet they do not repent for their what? For their fornications, their sins, and their sorceries. Sorceries is pharmakia. Your sorceries is mixing in a mortar and a pestle. Magic. Let's make a magic pill. I'm going to take it. Now I'm going to be all feeling high or whatever. And I was a victim of this myself through several medications. And look, that's what they're doing it's our job to look out for who? The widows and the elderly. Well, if you're a widow, the first thing they want to give you is, oh, your husband dead. You need antidepressants. You need Xanax, Valium, this and that. That's the first thing they do to somebody that loses their husband or their wife. Then I'm telling you guys, this is so huge. Anybody in chat too, right now, everybody go. Name 3 people, 4 people that you don't know that don't take any medicine.
Me.
I don't know.
Me, and me.
I would say Raul, Prophet Easy One. That would probably be the only person I know.
So now, and doctors are told this is what you will do. Look, I'll give you $2,800 at the end of the year and pay for you and your wife to go, or your family to go to Tahiti. This is what doctors are giving bonus. Some of them are giving cash. Some of them are getting bonus checks to overprescribe. That was with opiates. That's why Purdue Pharmaceuticals is going down. And they pay it, but it don't even knock a dent in them. But look, they give widows, anything you're going through, you're stressed, suicidal, antidepressant. We'll give you Xanax, Valium, Klonopin. Look, if you're crazy, when we send crazy people to them that really are psychotic or PTSD, one medication for it, and they guarantee to put these soldiers, brothers and sisters of arms, go on this medication. Go look it up. One medication for PTSD. And that's it. That it's specifically done for that, but they give them other medications too. Right. But the one that's specific to PTSD, guess what the main side effect is? May cause suicidal tendencies. Why? Why do you?
Dude, hey,
well, that's the big one. The PTSD. This is someone that needs help. They need someone to talk to. Is what they need.
Well.
That's what they need. They can't. It's hard for them. They've been through the Monarch trauma.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've been diagnosed PTSD from my childhood, but my seizure disorder, I've been on benzodiazepines for over 8 years. And if anybody wants to know the worst, scariest withdrawal that can take 2-3 years to withdraw from, are benzodiazepine. Like you said, Klonopin, Xanax, Valium, it's all in the same family. And it is because it blocks the receptors. It's like, it's a nightmare, man. Trust me.
Yes.
So many people. Go ahead, Vern. Sorry.
Brandon Mark Rose, watch my next
Hey,
10 messages and write it down.
Hey, when you talk, keep your face up because Lee's she's lip reading.
Oh, okay. Brandon, read my next 10 messages and write down what each one of them are.
Okay. She's a great lip reader. She's on meds too. Go ahead.
Yeah, they do that for a reason. And they want us all to be medicated because they're either putting something in it. That's why they did the whole water thing, and they keep putting fluoride in the water. I think it's mainly to they are hardening. Like there's a crust that goes around your pineal gland, and what's happening is we're not able to. You got to meditate, and you got to focus in meditation with God in the Word. Faith comes through hearing, and hearing through the word, which is logos. Logos is the Greek word for word. And what do they show and flash in us in the English language all the time? Logos for companies that are actual logos. And all the logos are what? Demonic. They have Satan's seal, Masonic's main emblem, Illuminati's main emblem. It's all of it's their logos. These are the people that run the companies.
Can you bring that graph up again like you did the last time? Because
Yeah.
I see there's new people in here that didn't get a chance to see it last time. If you don't mind.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm saying
yeah. Oh, I got it up right here, brother. Let me screen share this. I mean, this is what you get though. This is what I send to everybody. And this is the main thing. The world around us is fake. It's an illusion. Everything you've known is created to confuse you. You are meant to be locked out. You are not of this world. That's what it says in the Bible. It's like the Matrix. Go watch the movie Matrix and put yourself in Neo's shoes.
Right.
And then trust in God. And then there you go. There's life. There is life. And then we are all the chosen one. Every single person on planet Earth is a chosen one, like Neo is in the movie Matrix. And Mr. Smith is the devil's minions. And then there's the main algorithm that controls Mr. Smith. That is the red dragon. Then you have the false prophet, which is the oracle or these other things. And you're stuck in this fictitious world. But I mean, there is no doubting that it is what it is. Look at Google.
That Google Chrome still blows my mind, in the Google Gmail. Now, are you watching that, Vern? Do you see these satanic signs, like when Google Play and if you go to that one again, that's the one that really freaks me out. That one, Google Chrome and
Google. Yeah, see, I saw this a few years ago.
Well, the App Store, Google App Store, that one really good. That's not a coincidence, man. No way, shape or form. Bull crap. No way.
No, it would be a coincidence if it was one or two, but it's everything. And those aren't the only ones. There's companies that they're leaving out. Like, let me go down. You'll see other ones like this. Doesn't that look like that one car company or whatever? It's like Azazel's symbol. This is the V up, down. Black and white checkerboard symbolizes good and evil. This is the star. That's Satan's Baphomet's star. Why do we have 50 stars on the flag? Aren't stars round? Look at them through a telescope. I have never seen one spiky. Nope, it's on a star.
It's
Every nation. Yes, it is. Look at this. This was what was at our Super Bowl this year from a bird's eye view. That was at the Super Bowl. Yeah, this year, 2020 Super Bowl, right after Kobe Bryant's death. They came out and they performed this. Jennifer Lopez did, and all of them. And that was a bird's eye view of that symbol. I mean, it's every day around us everywhere. I mean, like, look at this. This is the American bald eagle resemblance.
Yep.
Yeah, it is a phoenix rising from the ashes is what it is. And what's in its hand? It's the wheat and the tare. The wheat and the tare. I mean, this is just what it symbolizes, the wheat and the tare, just like the Bible says, you know, separating the wheat from the tare.
Wow.
I mean, it's just what it is. It's the world we live in. If you believe in God or not, that's okay. You don't have to. Don't sit at the table, but you eat from the table. We are all being fed lies and BS. Now, let me do this. All you got to do is Washington, which is the founder of our country.
He said, somebody in the chat said, Mr. Winning said, tell him where the Phoenix come from. Where the heck did it go?
This right here is what scares me the most. This is what I mean, this literally was like, wow, there is no denying that they are sitting the same. Why is Washington half clothed?
That's some creepy shit, dude.
Why is he pointing the same way? And what is he holding? That's the declaration. As above, sun gods, bless this decoration, this pact, this covenant with many. You know, that's what it is.
That's creepy as hell.
It is, man. It really is. And it's just symbolizes all of this stuff. It all goes together, man. It all goes together. Doesn't that look like a woman's, you know?
But JJ, yeah, our uterus.
Yep, that's what it is. It's Baphomet's head.
That's crazy. Hold on. Somebody say it's Sister Doobie's birthday today.
That's what I thought. I read that in chat, but it jumped up. Yeah, happy birthday, Doobie.
All right, let's all sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to
you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday,
dear
Doobie. Happy birthday to you. From the Locked and Loaded family, while you have Bubba, the Bubbalicious Bubba, the Love Sponge, falling asleep right there. I don't know what he's burning.
Oh, guys, I got a boogie. I got to go eat dinner.
You got a boogie. You got to pick it. Use tissue paper.
A Bubba boogie.
A Bubba boogie. a Bubbalicious boogie.
Don't dig too deep. You might hit the brain.
Might hit the brain. Hey, Bubba. Bubba.
Yeah.
See,
James Kessler.
his brain's already getting fried from that Bluetooth. He's out
Baby girl Slaughter, Mitchell Reeves. We got the whole family in here.
Oh, baby girl Slaughter's back in the house. She had a lot of good things to say the other night.
Yeah, she joined the fam over there.
Vern and his deep belly belches.
I made it to 60. Well, Doobie, 60 is the new 40, so you're doing good. Living the dream. Bubba left.
Yeah, he had to go eat din.
Yeah, well, we're heading to the age where whatever age is the new 33, because that's what they want us to do, man. I mean, everybody, you know, we're all going to be 666. That's going to be it. Hey, look, and another thing that the Bible says in the book of Genesis, God said that man is mortal, that I will take my spirit from them. And he says that they will not live over 120 years. This was after the flood. There's not a single human being that's lived past 120. Now, there's been one lady.
126.
100 yeah, but it's a lie.
Yeah, I think it's shit.
It's BS. It was her daughter. Her daughter played her because they took up to 35% of your in the death insurance money back then, especially in the country they're in.
Right.
And I mean, that's what it is, you guys. You do not live past 120. Prove the Bible wrong. Someone prove it wrong, and not just with some guy saying the Bible's wrong because evolution, and not have no proof of evolution. Did you know that Dr. Kent Hovind still to this day will pay $250,000 to anybody that hands him physical evidence of evolution?
Yeah, there's no oh my gosh. We didn't come from monkeys, man. We didn't come from freaking apes.
Look, no, you can't even say we come from monkeys or apes. The whole theory is that we come from rocks. Because the earth was rained on for torrential rains millions of years. The rocks turned into a protein mixture that turned into a fish or a tadpole, whatever it was. And then it turned into an amphibian. Then it turned into a reptile, then a mammal, like whatever. Then it turned into a monkey. So you got to take and originate all the way back, because that's what they're saying. We came from rocks. Now, we come from monkeys. Monkeys was the last form that the protein that they're saying shaped all of life came from. Ever since DNA, Darwin's theory has been proven wrong. But because Senate and the government had already been pushing that, evolution and Darwinism and this and that, they didn't unroll it out of the courts, just like double jeopardy. If you're charged for murder, I murder my wife, and then I get acquitted.
OJ can say I killed my wife, and but no jeopardy, double jeopardy, he can't be charged.
No, he cannot.
Which I think is stupid.
He moved into my neighborhood, by the way. O.J. Simpson lives in Naples, Florida. We were moving here to Tennessee, and he moved out. He posted the Bronco for sale for $2 million on Craigslist.
Did he sell it?
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. I think he sold it for more than that. People were like crazy. His friends gave him a house in Naples, Florida. The average cost of a house down there is like $400,000.
Yeah, Naples is very expensive to live in. Very.
That's why I don't live there.
Yeah, and I don't see what's so special about Naples, Florida, honestly.
Well, that's where you'll see Trump. Like I said, I met Governor Rick Scott. Well, Senator Rick Scott. I met him there, and I'm telling you, you guys, they know. These people know what's going on around them. They just, it's not for us. They believe that we are too stupid to think for ourselves. If you think that we're equal to them, then you're right. But if you think that they think that, then no.
Well, look at Obama. Obama point blank said, the citizens are too dumb to think for themselves in a speech.
Really?
In Berlin. He was in Berlin. Yeah, he was in Berlin, and he said we can't think.
Yep.
We as individuals, we can't think. We need to think collectively to surrender our power to an all sovereign, knowing president like him. To a United Nations is what he was saying. He's saying to give it to the United Nations, the New World Order. Same thing Bush was saying, and Bush Senior. They're ridiculous, man.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Hey, and what good? Hey, what good did it do, Bush Senior, to push the New World Order and all that stuff? And Barbara Bush carrying her fetus in a jar. You know what? That was a freaking. That's true, right?
Yeah, boy.
That's a first class ticket to hell, man. I'm telling you, that's disgusting.
Look, hold on. Another thing I need to say. Look, I love funerals. We're all supposed to be buried in hallowed ground, but doesn't the Bible have said, "Do not touch the dead"? How come everything we do is with the dead? Judges wear black robes symbolizing a dying man that we say, "I am Kyle, social security number this, date of birth, March that. When I was born and conceived in the womb, God knew me and formed me." Not 9 months afterwards, and I claim that, and this, they print money with that. And then when we have funerals, don't touch the dead, but then we'll have a wake, we'll lay the body out, everybody goes over, touches it, cries on it, and then we go and bury it. Now I understand because I've touched, my grandmother, my, aunt. I have great aunts and uncles. I got 37 cousins. Okay.
Crap.
I got a huge, huge family, and that's just one side of the family.
Yeah,
Now
that's like what I'm from. My mother's the oldest of 12, and I think we're up to 36 or 37 grandkids. I'm the second oldest of them all.
Really?
Yeah, I'm old enough to be a lot of them's father.
That's awesome.
Somebody said I never heard of that before. Locked and loaded. I don't know. I don't remember what I said. I don't remember what I said.
The baby and the fetus. The holding the fetus. That's what you said. That's why I lost my composure there for a minute. You know what I mean?
All you gotta do is Google it. See the interview. She shows it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Barbara Bush. She had I don't know if it was a miscarriage or an abortion, but she had her fetus in a jar. And even
I don't know how we're even on this channel right now. And I get beeped out and cut off for stuff, and we're on here talking about this.
Well, do me a favor. Go on DuckDuck and DuckDuckGo. That thing's come back my mouth. But interview with George Bush Jr. about mom's fetus in a jar. Or you can look up Barbara Bush's.
I am.
It's just freaking creepy, man. It's wrong. It's disgusting. You don't keep your fetus in a freaking jar up on the damn.
No way, dude! It came right up. Here we go, guys.
Here,
no, I knew it was real, but you figured they would scrub it. They scrub all this other crap. Oh yeah, they do. They do. You guys better believe it. Here we go. We're gonna be showing it, but boom, Barbara Bush shows the fetus in the jar after miscarriage to George W. Bush, and
that's the same exact one that came up on Google.
Undoubtedly, the most startling. Is this it?
Yeah, that's the interview when he's talking to George Bush Jr. and he's like.
I gotta share it again, you guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna put audio on. Let me share it again, and then we'll watch this because I remember seeing this.
It's just creepy, man. It just doesn't make sense.
And one of them is a poignant story you tell about your mom having a miscarriage when you were just a teenager.
Yeah.
And you were the one who drove her to the hospital, and you write, quote, "I never expected to see the remains of the fetus, which she had saved in a jar to bring to the hospital. There was a human life, a little brother or sister. You and she had never talked publicly about this story until she gave you permission,
right,
to write about it."
You guys, look who it is. I'm telling you. Remember?
Matt Lauer, right?
Yeah. But look, he was involved with what's his face that's dead now, that was whacked, straight up whacked. He didn't kill himself. Even if he is dead, we don't know if he's dead. He could still be alive. Epstein. Matt Lauer, Epstein.
That's why you're asking me, because had my mother said, I don't know when you're talking about it, it wouldn't have been in the book. I put the story in the book as a part of the tale. I thought it was very important for people to understand my relationship with my mom.
What'd you learn about her through that experience?
She's nuts.
To me. I was a teenage kid.
Well, didn't he just say that they carried it in the car to the hospital?
And my
she
mom
kept
said,
it. She still had it.
What I learned was she's
no.
person.
Said,
right.
The beginning of the question was the story about when
it's also
you took
impossible
the
not to draw parallels between that
jar.
moment where you said this was a little brother or sister and your views on life.
That's true.
He couldn't bring it on because Matt Lauer was there. He was probably going to molest it.
Oh, right. Hey,
Again,
but basically, she had the miscarriage and then brought it to the hospital.
Yeah.
Could you imagine somebody going to your house and thinking it's pickled pig's feet or something, grabbing it? Oh my God!
Philosophy that we should respect life, and I was a pro-life president, but the purpose of the story really wasn't to show the
pro-life president that pulled the puppet strings on one of the largest losses.
9/11,
buddy. Really to show how my mom and I developed a relationship.
They ain't smiling about it.
a relationship is what it was. But yeah, and when he just happened to be reading story time at that school, and when they whisper in his ear, they said the deed's done. 9/11 was definitely an inside job. Everybody knows that.
When he was sitting there reading the book.
Yeah, he was reading the book, and he gets this look like, okay, well, and a lot of it, Dick Cheney, man, that dude is one creepy mofo. Is Dick Cheney? He doesn't even have a heart, man. He lives off batteries. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he has a battery charger.
One of the problems,
You don't even have a
not specifically on this issue, just in general,
batteries.
Let's put it this way: money trumps peace sometimes.
What a douchebag.
What the hell was it? Oh, he was the
Money
worst.
trumps peace.
Money trumps peace. Look, I'll take it back. Look, here we go. Let me just put it this way for you, the American people.
Specifically on this issue, just in general, let's put it this way: money trumps peace sometimes.
And then he laughs.
Look, it's gonna play it right after. Look, hey, right after this, just send us your cash. Don't send blankets and food, and just send us your cash. We make sure it gets there.
Hi, I'm Rex Moore with the Motley Fool, and I've been to a very crowded CES for 8 straight years.
Boom! Here we go.
I know a lot of people want to send blankets or water. Just send your cash. One of the things that President will do is to make sure your money is spent wisely. Haitian people have got a tough journey. Yet, it's amazing how terrible tragedies can bring out the best of the human spirit.
Bring out all the money.
Yeah.
It's amazing how these tragedies bring out all the money.
For people that are starving, they don't need blankets, they don't need food. Just send us money. Hey,
he just said money trumps peace. So send the money so we have more money without peace.
Oh my gosh. I bet him and his mom and that fetus rolled around naked in a bunch of $100 bills. Hey, somebody, the priest said, enter Barbara Bush, born into the occult, and paired with George Sr. Let's see what pops up. I don't know.
Bush,
born into the occult, and paired with George Sr.
So this channel doesn't support Yahuwah and Yahshua in the Bible. Yes, they do. Yes, it is.
Yeah, but it is.
Sometimes we have to go off and just do different things. And we're not praising this stuff. We're actually making fun of the way these idiots are.
Where did you see that?
Look at this. I found something that says Barbara Bush is could she be Crowley's daughter?
Right there above Mitchell, the last time he put the locked and loaded, 1-2 above that. Becca Morrison. Right below RG Homestead.
So this channel doesn't support Yeshua. We're a very Christian-based channel, but you know what? Hey, guess what? We are given free will, and we are sinners. We can laugh at certain things because we cannot walk like robots at all times. We are strong believers in this channel. We have believers, non-believers, brothers.
Well, she's right. What we need is people like her to keep us in line. It's sad that we have presidents and people that do this. It is. It's not something to laugh about. It's funny.
No, but
she's right.
That's
we all work each other together. She's just reminding us where we come from, guys.
Okay. See, I agree with you, but then again, I disagree. But because people that are like the straight and narrow, God gave us free will. If we're not laughing at the death of the child or whatever, we're laughing at the insanity of keeping a fetus, which is not even funny. But the history that we're learning by researching and stuff. Some people think it's a conspiracy, and then bam, you prove it right there.
Oh,
But
wait.
Here's the bad part. She will keep her dead fetus, but she will beg and shout and choose women's choice to kill all of your fetuses. And
Exactly.
this is the main problem.
She said, Mitchell Reese said LGBTQ is letting go of biblical truth quickly.
Yeah, even the Mormon, even the what's it called? What was it? The Mormon Church, aren't they dividing because of the whole thing? Because half of them are saying we're wanting to keep theology.
Yeah, they did that years and years ago because of polygamy and stuff. Is that what you're talking about? The polygamy where they separate
LGBTQ. I can't remember what it is. It's probably not the Mormon Church. It's probably the other another denomination. But a church is splitting right now because, I mean, it was a couple months back, but they're splitting because some of them are saying, yes, we can allow LGBTQ. And then the other half are saying, no, we can't. We're going to stick with our current theology that we've always taught. And then they're dividing. They said it's just best to not argue about that. And we believe this and we believe this.
Well, I'll tell everybody on this channel, even though it's mine, I believe it belongs to all y'all. Once again, without your support and by subscribing to this channel, it would not exist. But when it comes to homosexuality, I don't like the big deal with me and the Watchman, not you, the other Watchman, basically told me to turn my back on my daughter, who's 17 years old and was raped. Now she's pregnant, who happens to be, she likes girls. She don't like guys. And guess what? I will never turn my back on my daughter. Never, ever, ever. I will support her. I don't support, and I tell her that's between her and God. And I do, she knows Christ, this and that. I do talk to her and tell her, you know, baby girl, pray. And she does pray. But there was somebody that told me that
you pray for her. God will deal with her.
I do all the time.
That's fine.
But guess what? My daughter, I can't make that decision.
No, it's your family.
That's my world, my everything.
Exactly. It's your child.
Yeah, I'm not going to turn my back on her. But I don't support her sexuality. You know what I mean?
And look, there's a lot of people. I just got to put it out there. I put it out on my channel all the time. You think you got it right, but you don't. We're all born into debt slavery. In the Bible, New and Old Testament, to be indebted to somebody is to be their slave for 7 years.
Just like Bernice, I just said, my daughter is Muslim, and I will never forsake her.
And God was, where was Jesus Christ at? Christ was at the bar. Christ was at the merchants. Christ was with the sinners. Christ was in the dirt. He was leaving the 99 saved to go get the lost sheep. This is what it is. And no, we don't forsake them. We just say we don't believe in that. That's not the way. That's not what the Bible says. It's not what I say. Right. It has nothing to do what any of us think. It's what the Bible says.
Well, some people say hate the sin, don't hate the sinner. Like I said,
and like I said, we sin every day. I'm in debt right now because I owe taxes. We owe the government taxes all year long. If you got 10 properties and you're a multimillionaire, you still pay property taxes. You're in debt. So no matter how much money you have, no matter how little money you have, you are indebted to the government. You need to be in constant and consistent repentance to the Lord Jesus Christ of Nazareth and seek his face and his wisdom in the Holy Spirit daily. It's a daily battle, and it's not out here in the world and we need to smack Bush down or we need to do this. It is a spiritual battle, and then the battle's inside, and we need to come together. We're the ones that can make a difference, and all we're trying to do, what we need to look, the gospel gets preached around the world. That's it. Once everybody has a chance to accept or deny Jesus Christ of Nazareth, then the end comes. When the end comes, then that's when Israel, who is blind in part, so the Gentiles can be grafted in, they will then see that they're a Mashiach, that comes is the Antichrist. They will say, and God's not going to come back until they say, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. When they say that, when Israel is saying that, because we don't replace Israel, we are grafted in. It's all this theology and the studying and interpretation of the Bible. Oh, we figured it out because we're so much smarter than I am. No, I am dumber than my grandfather is. You are dumber than your parents are. You just think that you're smarter because you have more political correctness. Education doesn't mean nothing. There's people with doctor's degree. Who's the smart one? Who's doing all the work in the hospitals? The doctor has the master's degree and this and that. And doctor's degree running around. Nurses are healing the wounds. Yeah. The nurses are the one wrapping people's knees. The nurses are the ones doing all the work. The doctor read out of a book, got his degree out of a book. Okay, he got his degree out of a book that said this is what you do from a person that he doesn't know. And he just takes it for word, and they make you study that book until you get your degree. And we just do the same thing as Christians. You just believe in a different book that from people that you do not know, that we're reading words, you know, and the whole thing is we don't know. Is the earth flat or round? I believe it's hollow. You know, some people believe it's flat. Some people believe it's round. Some people link it to the Bible saying that if it's this or that, and you're saying that it's not, then it's linked to the Bible. The main message of the Bible is Jesus Christ is Lord. And he's sacrificed himself for all of our gain. So that's the main message of the Bible, not flat earth, not round earth, not this or that, or we're going to, look for the prophecies to be fulfilled. No, seek him daily, lean on Jesus Christ. Once it's preached to the world, Israel will be saved. If he doesn't keep a covenant with Israel and we replace them, how safe are we with the covenant he's made with the Gentiles? We are the worst of the worst. For real, Gentiles, they weren't even supposed to speak to the Samaritans, to the Gentiles, to these people, and the jealousy was supposed to turn them to Jesus. And all this is, but yeah, I don't know, I don't have the answers. I'm not some smart guy. Actually, wisdom comes from losing the intelligence of the world. Are you a friend of the world? Or are you a friend of God? Friend of the world is at enmity with God. To be, loved in this world, you're supposed to hate and be miserable every day in this place and wait to see, and the only joy you get is from God and fellow Christians. We're all supposed to be together. And that's why I'm even on here with Justin. He called me. We were fellowshipping, talking on the phone about this is crazy. This is, the world we live in. But this is a spiritual battle day in, day out. None of us has got it right. We're all people that are just flawed. We all want to do bad things. And it's just really, that's the main thing. It really is. Like I said,
you're spot on.
Being in debt is no different than smoking cigarettes, doing drugs, whatever. A sin is sin. To do something that you're not supposed to do, or to not do something you should.
Right. Exactly. And I want to go back to what you were talking about, like the doctors reading the books and stuff like that. In the industry that I'm in, the building industry, you'll have contractors and builders that never swung a hammer, but
they write everything.
Yeah, but they went to school and they passed the test. You know what I mean? Now, my brother was one of the best builders I knew, and my dad was too. Concrete construction was, an easy moneymaker, but they build houses because they got their hands dirty. You know what I mean? My brother knew everything about framing. He knew everything about, foundations. Everything to do with construction. And when you have that knowledge, go ahead, Fern.
When I learned carpentry and stuff, you didn't learn from people from a book. No. You learned from the old dude who was swinging a hammer longer than you've been alive, and he's showing you the tricks of the trade, how to do everything. That's how I learned. You learn through your blood, your sweat, everything. I mean, I've had wood splinters put in my eyes around safety glasses. So safety first. But it's you, and it used to piss me off. These kids coming out of college thinking they're worth more money than someone who swung a hammer for over 20 years because they learned from a book.
I've
But yet
always,
we had to take and show them how to do a layout.
yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
I was one of those kids. That's what I took. I took construction, finishing, and framing. Came out swinging out the gate. $20 an hour. Give it to me. And then when I got out there, the only benefit I had though was that's what I did. I lived in a poor neighborhood. I would hammer nails in with rocks, building clubhouses. There's a difference, you know. But like all my friends, they didn't do all that. My friends we were in a transitional generation. If you're born in the 80s to
Damn,
the
I
90s,
graduated in the 80s.
well, that's I'm telling you, my generation and on is what is ruining this world. It's my generation that has completely ruined this world. I am 31 years old. Most of your people that are 31 years old right now, especially the ones that hold positions of power that are 31 years old right now, don't care about nothing. We were taught to not care about nothing. I mean, that's just what it was. I didn't care about nothing. I am lucky to be alive and saved right now.
Right. Hey, I'll have to give you that one. Amen on that one. I should have been dead a million times over. Yeah, absolutely. That, you know, good testimony there. To a degree. But there's something I was going to say, and I know Vern was saying something. Mine went blank once again.
Yeah, you were talking about learning from your father and your brother who didn't learn from school either.
Well, no, my brother went to college. My brother was third-degree black belt in Taekwondo. He was a NRA instructor, NRA instructor. He was a police officer. He actually went and got his real estate license. What else did he do? Oh, pool contractor. I mean, all he did, and like I told you in the comment section, and I didn't reply back. Watchman, you know, my brother died of glioblastoma cancer, and he always had that Bluetooth right there, and he always had that cell phone not because he was just shooting the shit. He was busy, you know. He was, you know, he was running.
His phone was blowing up all the time. His phone was blowing up. He was working.
Yep, and he always had that phone right there, and that's exactly where that tumor was, right behind his ear. Senator John McCain got, and the hell never smoked.
My wife's dad, same thing. He was just like your brother, but he was, you know, older. Obviously, it was her dad, but he held everybody's money. If there was somebody that needed help, here's $100. Oh, you're addicted, whatever, need a ride to the rehab, here you go. They'll take him. And we would tell him all the time, you can't do this. He's like, that's not what God will want. Right. And look, he just was consistently that guy, and his phone was going off all the time. Someone calling him, always working, doing something. And he put his phone in his back pocket all the time. Did you know he died from prostate cancer?
I wouldn't know it.
Well, from the time he died till now, my wife wasn't awake. And this was 3 years ago. Okay. Now I told her, I'm telling you, he had confided in me. He's like, look, I got cancer. And I'm like, look, I don't know what, you know, I got to tell her. He's like, no, you can't tell her this and that. I knew everything and I couldn't say nothing. And then when the whole thing got going, he refused treatment and everything. Okay. Right. Hospice, look, and this needs to be said. This needs to be said. Right now, people, when hospice comes to your house, hospice is designed for one thing. They come to make you comfortable before you go. They're not the regular hospital. They come to give you pain medication and increase this until you can't breathe. You die a peaceful death. But there's a lot of people that don't understand that. They think, oh, dad went to the hospital 100 times. He's coming back. No, this is hospice. He had to sign a paper this time.
Can you Google Locked and Loaded on YouTube or whatever, hospice?
Who, me?
Yeah, because you have the way to. Real quick, I'll show you this. These are this is the magnets that I have on my truck, right here. I don't know if y'all can see that. Watchman, if you can see that too.
Here, hold on. I'm coming. Magnets. Yeah, Donald Welsh. That's your brother?
Yeah, he died February 25th. So next couple days will be 1 year. But this is my company here. I'm trying not to show my phone number, which I really don't give a crap. trolls can suck a fat one. But anyways, I've got magnets that go on. I own my own business, but I put that on there so he could every time, there was times I didn't want to go to work, man. I didn't want to pour that driveway. I put it off. I'd walk out, look at that magnet, and plow forward. Shout out to hospice nurses or nothing like that you can't find on YouTube?
No, I'm looking for it right now, but I'll find it. It's called hospice.
I'm telling you what, it takes a special person to be a hospice nurse, and a lot of people
yes.
They're actually, honestly, what I learned, people that are in hospice, they're more there for the family members, the right hospice places. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You are a saint, Justin. Okay. Thanks, Truth Freeze. I'm far from a saint, that's for sure, but that made me feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
Yeah, my father refused all that stuff. He wouldn't go to hospice. He wouldn't have hospice come to him. He wouldn't go to his treatments. He was like, hey, my time's here. It's time for me to go. Now, what did he have? Because, see, my brother had the glioblastoma brain cancer, which it started to really mess up his brain and his mind. He died 8 months. I mean, he was diagnosed, super healthy, never smoked, didn't drink. Bam. My father, from the day he found out, the day I found out till the day he passed, it was less than 3 months.
What do you have? Pancreatic cancer or
mesothelioma, I think it was. Asbestos.
Really?
He also had stuff from the Agent Orange and everything else. He
did a lot. Not to sound vulgar, but he pretty much suffocated to death with the mesothelioma.
There's two of them. I've got one that you said a huge thank you to all hospice nurses, and then
that one.
Glioblastoma.
The huge thank you to all the hospice nurses.
But my father.
You want me to share it?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
My father did that. He refused all that stuff.
Isn't that what you want me to do?
All right.
And then he was on life support, and my sister wanted to. She was hoping and praying that the life support would keep him going. She was supposed to make the call to disconnect him because he had a living will, and I let it slide for like a week, and then I was like, Nicole, no, you know as well as I do, he does not want this.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, he only had one living brother left, and I was like, I'll tell you what, give Uncle Richard a call, find out when he can get up here so he can have his last days with Dad. Have him come up. We'll give him his last day or two, and then we'll pull the plug. And the doctor looked at me and he goes, well, you're not the one in charge. And my sister looked at it and says, he is now.
Wow.
That's right.
And
I had to sign 2 DNRs, do not resuscitate. My brother had me do it right there with him. Man, I cried like a baby.
The thing that got me was Uncle Richard showed up on a Friday. I was like, all right, do it Sunday. We'll all get together. We'll have a dinner while he's happening, while it's happening for him. We'll all get together. We'll all be together. And it was like 2 days later, I realized, after it was all done, I realized I just had my father's life taken from him on the 14th anniversary of my grandmother dying.
Wow.
But yeah, I had to step in.
Yeah, you have to.
You had to.
I had to do the same thing with my brother because my sister was trying to fight the hospice nurses, and the best one was Chris. He was a guy, male, but and my brother even said, "Keep me sedated, keep me out," and my sister wanted him to be awake. She thought, she still doesn't believe. She doesn't believe in God now. She did. But she doesn't believe in God now because she prayed for God to save my brother. And I learned that, hey, like the song from Garth Brooks, thank God for unanswered prayers. If some people believe that, if I pray about it, it's going to come true. If that was the case, there would be nobody passing away. There would be nothing. You know what I mean? It's God's judgment. God needed my brother more than I needed my brother.
Faith of a mustard seed.
Right.
the faith the size of a mustard seed, you can tell a mountain and cast it into the ocean. But you can't do it if you ain't got no faith. That's the problem with people, that we think we're so connected and we're not. But prayer, it's when one or two are in agreement, he is there. That's different than granting you. He's not a genie. God isn't a genie. And we have to align our thoughts and our way of thinking with the type of way he wants us to think. Then everything you want will be granted. And the type of person your brother was, he don't want to see this world get any worse. He was ready, man.
He was.
I mean, that I could just, you just said it. He busted his butt all the time. He's a good, hardworking man. He had the right beliefs. Vern, tell you right now, he's sick of this world. I'm sick of this world. I'm 31 years of it, being sick and tired of watching the world fall away. People turn from God because they hear about UFOs flying in the sky. Hello, they've been flying around since before you were born. Okay, these are demons, not aliens.
They have pictures of them in the Bible. Some of the paintings in the Bibles.
Exactly. But every day, it's another deceitful way to pull you away from God. That's what it says in the Bible. There's going to be one. Look, the devil's duping everybody right now, infiltrating the church. Got Kanye West in there. The Order of the Illuminati, the biggest infiltration group since send Kanye West, Jesus, to a church to infiltrate the church. But people's like, oh, heck yeah, that new, this and that. And this is, no, dude. First off, he didn't go to a church. He went to a church where people were already lost. They're being taught by somebody that's not teaching properly.
Yeah, I know.
That's saying that broad is the way to heaven and narrow is the gate to destruction. That's not what the Bible says. And that's what's being preached there at these mega churches.
Just like Catholicism. They teach you the only way to heaven is through the church. No, the only way to heaven is through Christ, and to believe that Jesus Christ died on the cross for our sins and to repent, not through the church, not through the Pope, not giving them money. Were you able to pick that up, or you couldn't share that? I don't even know how long it is. It's too long. Don't worry.
No, I got it. I got it. Looks like it's about 12 minutes.
Oh, that might be too long. Yeah. Yeah, screw it. But no, I just wanted to, I even forgot what I said, but basically had to do with
shout out to all hospice nurses. And I got to say the same thing. Shout out to all the men and women that work in hospice all across our country and all across the world. They're the ones that are doing the hardest work of all the nurses and dealing with the people that need the most attention, our elderly and our widows. This is the people that need it the most. This is what God told us to look after. Everybody else, we need regular nurses because when I get hurt, I want help too.
Right.
But it's where it's at. These are the people going out, and also, it plays a big part. Most people that are dying are scared. They want to know what's going on. A lot of people get saved, find salvation the last moments.
Yep.
And I mean it. More people find salvation there within the end of their life than they do any other time in their life.
Yep.
And but that's why these hospice nurses are so wonderful and so great, and they do deserve just like our troops, man. They're on the front lines. Anybody that is dealing with the people that are suffering is wonderful, and that's why I feel for the troops so much too, because I just believe they're lied to. They don't get told nothing. I've seen too many friends come back and they're just not, they're tortured, basically. I feel like they're tortured. And then they're told lies, and then they're sent back and said, well, at least we give you a check for it so you can't complain.
Right. And another thing, and then we'll get ready to get off here because
I gotta go live too. I got people's over here.
You're an night owl. But what we talked about earlier when it comes to like boot camp being a form of PTSD and stuff. But a lot of people, no, it wasn't MK Ultra. It ties into that, where a lot of people think, okay, there's no way that these troops that are going to come and try to kick in our doors and take our guns and stuff. There's a lot of them that are so brainwashed from the rip when it comes to boot camp, etc. They're like soldiers, like die hard. I'll take any order, whatever. I'll kill whoever. And it's real, man. It's
yes, it is.
It's designed purposely. And we are facing very prophetic days, and a lot of people think, oh well, we can do this to change this, and we can do that. Nah, it's already written right here.
You don't think our own soldiers are going to move against us? You can barely keep most American households can barely stay together. You think the troops ain't going to come after us? Look, me and my old lady fight all the time, and we're in the Bible. Look, I mean, you see it everywhere. It's a brother against brother, sister, mother against daughter, father against son, son against father. This is what it is. We're already there.
It's the old days and the families. The old days of the families working together to keep their farms and all that stuff's gone. So the family function is gone.
You could thank the UN for that and propaganda to separate. That's one of their main.
Back in the day, they had the big families because they needed the kids to keep working on the farm and to help keep the farm and the family. And then all of a sudden, everything happened, and those days are gone. That's why, like, my mother was the oldest of 12. That's why they had families like that.
That's what
the farms are gone. The family, the family clique is gone, and there's inner fighting within the families now because the love and everything's not there between them anymore.
Not to cut you all off, but that's what I tell Jackson all the time. He just turned 12 yesterday. He's run a vacuum cleaner twice in his life. Yeah, Jackson. And
that's what my son is, Jackson.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, like I said, he's run the vacuum cleaner twice, and I think he's taken the trash out twice. And I tell him all the time in the morning, I don't want to get up. I say, you know how many of your friends? Because I live in there's 179 people in my town. It's dairy farms everywhere in Wisconsin. I say, you know how many kids get up in the morning at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, and they got to go clean up cow crap. They got, make sure it's not like the old days of milking cows. I said, you don't have no chores. You don't have any responsibilities. And you're dying because you got to get up. I love them to death. Don't get me wrong. I'm not bad mouthing them. But like you were saying, Vern, like the families work together as a team, And now, like, I look at Vern like he's a brother of mine. And now the way culture is, I'm going to drive down to Florida and I'm going to punch him in the face. No, I'm just
That's
kidding.
the way families are nowadays.
I know, it's sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I'm from a huge family, and it fell apart when my grandmother died.
That's what happened.
Go to Russia. Look, go to Russia and go see one of them kids tell his dad, "F you, Dad," without getting his
knock him out.
Yep. And look, and that's why they are doing better. That's why their president says, "No, I'm not going to do this. No, we don't allow that. No, we don't do this." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you one thing. A lot of people, I might lose subscribers, but I actually have a lot of respect for Vladimir Putin because the way he loves his country and stuff. But he did kick out the Rothschilds out of his country.
Yeah,
he kicked out the big. I forgot what kind of Christianity.
It's Orthodox Christians.
Yeah,
they celebrate. Look, they celebrate Christmas when? The first thing of the year. We do it when? The last thing of the year. Christ is the last thing celebrated of the year in America in December. They do it at the beginning of the year, January 1st, the 7th day of the new year. It's different there. But their Bible also says that it's different. The Gog-Magog war is written different in their Bible. That's what I'm saying. You can't just go by the Bible. It's a personal relationship with God, and because their Bible is written different. But they have a holy Bible. Well, it's written different. The Gog-Magog war tells them to go attack Israel and stuff. or to go in the Middle East and have war, that this is a good thing. No, all religions are built to keep us in order and to fulfill the prophecy to bring this Antichrist. I'm telling you, that's the main goal, period. That's what any virus is to depop, to lower stuff, to push us closer to a war or to chaos at all times, frequent. I mean, just all of this is pushing us directly into it. And if it's not that, it's artificial intelligence to take over, I mean, it's just on and on. 5G to knock us out, whatever, get us there.
GMOs, food, everything.
Exactly.
And that's one thing too. Like I said, what I love about this channel, and I love your channel, I love Vern's channel, but like I said, Vern has, once again, I always say this, he has his Native American beliefs, but here on this channel, we don't discriminate. You know what I mean? It's, if you're a non-believer, hey, like I said before, we might say something that might click in your head, and then maybe you might seek out our Lord and Savior. Or, Vern's going to make it, there's just no, now, like if you're a troll coming on here saying, F you, I suck the devil's dinker or whatever, then you're out of here. You got to draw the line somewhere.
See, and to me, it don't matter what your religion is, you're always taught right and wrong. It don't matter the way you believe, you're taught right and wrong. And if you really pay attention to how you believe, what's in your heart, what's inside of you, you can walk the right path. And the right path is in many religions. It's in many spaces, many places.
Well, there's a lot of great people out there that are very kind, very giving, and they're atheists, And, I pray for those people. But, me, I know where I'm going. Like I said,
know where I'm going too.
Huh?
I said, I know where I'm going.
You're going to be a baller?
I hope I know where I'm going. I really believe, I mean, like I say, it's an everyday battle, you guys. Nobody is guaranteed tomorrow or a spot in paradise. That's just not what it is. And we got to fight. And I'm going to try to save as many as I can. That's just.
I'm either going to come back as some sort of animal to right the things I wronged, or I'll be able to walk the plains with my ancient ancestors.
Oh, either way, the Bible even says we will be here. It'll be 1,000 years here, then the devil release, and then boom, then it's going to be made perfect again. It's the Noah code. What do I mean by the Noah code? It's the end in reverse. As things were, so Noah, days of Noah, so shall come the Son of Man. Ecclesiastes, nothing new under the sun. What has happened will already continue to happen. Repeat. Well, the end. Noah, in the beginning, there was Adam, the Garden of Eden. Everything was perfect. Then there was the fall of man. Then it was broad destruction and one world order under Nimrod. So now we're pushing towards the one world new world order. Then we're going to have the fall of back to the fall of man and the battle and the end of it. Then God's going to come and restore everything back to the Garden of Eden. And it's the reverse of what happened in the beginning. God's already planned it all. It's already said. We're already on the winning side. We're just watching it play out. And that's why I say, when people are saying that this stuff is not real, this stuff is not going on, it's not bad yet, or look, go over there and see what's happened in Idlib in Syria. There's people that will tell you right now, I'm living in the tribulation.
Right.
Those kids over there that were, what is that place? I say it all the time, and now I can't think of the name. Over 200,000 children starved to death. Why? We eat McDonald's every day. No, not Venezuela, but even them, they're going through hard times still.
Libya, Liberia.
Libya banks were only allowing people to withdraw $200. Said because of our mismanagement and corruption in the government, we can only allow you to get $200 a week.
Well, look what they did to Gaddafi.
Yemen. Go look at Yemen. Yeah. Go to Yemen and see what they say about tribulation. They'll say it's right now. It's here. God's coming.
Well,
the fastest growing religion in America is atheism. The fastest growing religion in the Middle East that everybody hates is Christianity.
Right.
And they're getting beheaded for it. They're being offered up and beheaded right now.
Cut my head off right now. I don't give a crap. Yeah. Like I say, I'll walk to that freaking guillotine singing any kind of hymns I want. But hey, real quick.
I swing low, sweet chariot, come aboard to carry me home.
Oh, I can't sing that good. I'm terrible. They'll cut my head off just for singing. But
Hey, me too.
when it comes to Vern and his beliefs, Vern, I know what's going to happen to you, brother. You're going to come back as a caterpillar. You're going to get in a cocoon. You're going to turn into a pretty butterfly. And then all of a sudden, AB's going to come by in a semi. Pow! You're going to be right on the grill. That I'm kidding. Anyways, I try to make people laugh a little bit before I get off here. But hey, man, thank you all, both you, Vern, and Watchman, and Bubba. If you see this later on, and much love to everybody in the chat. I wasn't ignoring the chat, but sometimes when we got really good talks going on, fellowshipping, etc. See, like I said, this is what I love about my channel. You and I are firm believers in Christ. We believe in that we are living in the last days. We're the last generation. And we got Vern here that has his beliefs, his Native American beliefs. Are we arguing? Are we fighting? No. You know what I mean?
No.
It's respect.
Well, why would you be fighting in the first place if you're claiming to be a Christian? You don't fight in the first place.
Thank you very much, and that's one thing I have against,
especially against the unbeliever, especially against unbelievers. They're the ones that need to see you not fight.
Right, and that's when it comes to not to bash another one, but Pastor Paul Begley. I mean, that's how my faith grew through him. But if you go on to his chat,
Perry Stone, I go to church there Tuesday.
Watchman, baby girl, Slater wants to know if you're going up on your show next.
Yeah, I'll be going up next. I'm gonna go take a bathroom break, and I'm gonna go get some more coffee. And hopefully, if the wife doesn't murder me, I will be going live very shortly, right after this.
Well, if she does, I'll send you flowers for your funeral, buddy. Whatever kind you want. I'll send you a CD or something, maybe a new guitar.
And what is up with that? I don't understand. Why do we when they die? We destroy God's beautiful, great creation by snipping flowers, so they can die too. I don't understand. Build something. Build a monument or something. What did the person like? Build it with love. Don't go buy something that's meaningless that you could ship from your bedroom, half in your pajamas. Go build something.
Well, Vern, I know you got company, but Vern, if you pass away, I'm gonna build you an outhouse with the Pittsburgh Steelers emblem and the Pittsburgh Steelers colors. All right.
Man, screw Pittsburgh, Cincinnati all the way.
Patriots.
Oh man, Pittsburgh is. I'm gonna pray for you all. Good night. Fear no man.
All right, love you guys.
Hey, much love, brother. Thank you again so much. And I'll check you out on your live stream. Fear no man, never fear death. Get right with God. Fight the good fight. And always stay locked and loaded. Go ahead, Vern.
Stay safe, stay alert, and always do things the way they work best for you. Thank you.
All right, brother. Much love, everybody. Thank you for coming in. And please go check out, if you're still wide awake, go over to the Watchman Project and show them some love. Later.